Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on the video game Dune Awakening. Because here's the thing. I have an issue with that game, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like it. I do like Dune Awakening. I do plan on playing that game all throughout this year, I guess, up until a point where, I pretty much did a lot of stuff in that game and then died because of a sandworm. And now they want to have it where they, take away all the stuff that I ain't went around finding. And I'm like, fam, look. I understand that you want to make this into a difficult survival game. It doesn't need to be that. It doesn't even need to be an online only game, all right? The funny thing is that that's something that you see a lot nowadays with video games, is that developers come out with whatever it is that they want to come out with. They do make it sound good in the trailers and in the posts that they're making about the game. But then when you actually get your hands on it, you sit down and you play it for yourself. Now, it's a 50-50 chance on whether or not you're going to like this game or not like this game. I would have to say that I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I like the game. I like how it plays out. I don't mind that sun stuff. I don't mind the difficulty of the enemies. It's the sandworm, though. That's the problem. Because I'm like, fam, look, I understand at the end of the day, you want to make this into a, Dune simulator. You want to make this into a whole experience. I'm pretty sure if they had it set up in the movies, how it is in the video games, people wouldn't be watching that movie. Constantly sitting around trying to figure out, when are these guys going to progress? When are they going to... Because how many hours I done put into this game? I done put 8.4 hours. Do you guys want to see 8.4 hours of me running around doing the same stuff? Trying to gather up as much material as I can, trying to have it where... So, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to, drag the game out and make it to where it's or even, speed up the process, but it's I want to play the game at my own pace. If I want to progress through the story, then fam, let me progress through the story, but I shouldn't have to be worried about a sandworm chasing me left and right, especially if you have it where I built this sand bike. You have it set up where this sand bike's top speed is 20, 30 miles per hour, fam. I need to be flying through this desert. I need to be going at a speed to where I know that this sandworm is not going to chase me. But see, and then that's the thing where it's like that, that bike situation. I just wanted to talk on my experience with that. So, first time, because I ain't had 3 bikes so far. First time I get the bike, I build it, I make it across this big giant desert area, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I get that you want me to progress, but I'm like, all right, and I have no issues with that. I want to progress in this game. Don't have it set up where it's there's always going to be some issue at the end of my progression. So I build my first sand bike. I make it across the desert. I escape the sandworm. All of a sudden, this spaceship thing freezes my character. I can't go nowhere. And then, I end up getting shot and killed by some enemies that, for some odd reason, they're just bulletproof. Can't shoot them, can't do nothing. There was a whole crowd of them and things. I'm like, fam, why is this in the game? I'm like, did that happen in the movies? Because if it didn't happen in the movies, I'm like, I mean, my thing is this. It probably happened at some point in time in the movies, but it wasn't as soon as you, if it's the first 30, first 20, 30 minutes in the movie, then it's okay, have it where I'm being introduced to that character. But do you guys think you would go to the movie theaters to watch a 20-30 minute movie where or even if it's on some stuff where it's you see where the character, he's building all these different things, he finally builds it, 2.5 hours, you watching a 2.5 hour movie, he finally builds up all this stuff, he makes it across the sand just to get killed. Do you guys think you would sit down and enjoy that Dune movie or the movies that have came out already of Dune? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you need to make this into an experience like the movies. Or, I mean, if you're going to offer an all-around experience, it needs to be an easier experience, man. Because I'm like, they have it where I go all the way out there, I end up getting killed, so I have no other area to spawn at besides spawning back on the other side of the desert. So then I'm like, okay, well, my bike is over there, I'll just run over there and get it. Sandworms start swimming around. So I'm like, okay, well, gonna have to build me another sand bike, because at some point in time, the sand bike had just disappeared. So I was like, all right, don't know what that was all about, but okay. Went through found the material, went ahead, gathered up all the stuff that I needed. Had to go and do a bunch of more different traveling and stuff that I don't mind, because I do like how the game looks and things. But eventually, I ended up building a second sand bike. I go and start traveling to the other to this other area of the desert. Sandworm, no, the crazy thing is that there's like a process where it's like when the sandworm like eats you, you see where you get swallowed up. My bike had exploded before the sandworm had even ate me. What is that all about? So that's why I'm like, fam, I'm not gonna say anything bad about the game. I'm like, but I just, there are some issues. Okay, I'm not trying to like overly criticize it, talk on like how like, oh, I'm never gonna play this game again. Like, game is mine. Like, it's mine to keep. But that had happened, and then they gave me like, so when you die by the sandworm, you lose everything, by the way. So like, I know people are probably all like, wait, do you lose everything when you get killed by a random enemy, or do you lose everything when you get killed by the sandworm? No, you lose everything when you get killed by the sandworm. So all this material that you done gathered, all these coins, these things that you need to survive, you know, your weapons, all that stuff, armor, all those things that you find, gone. So now you have to pretty much start all over from scratch. And that's the thing where it's like, if you done progressed in the game to where it's like they have like this mission thing at the top of the screen to let you know like what you need to do next, that doesn't go all the way back to like letting you know like, okay, you need to build this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do. No, they have it where you pretty much have to figure out all this stuff on your own. From gathering the material to build a weapon, from finding like a sword knife thing, from finding armor, from finding, fam, come on now. I'm saying like it's one of those things where it's just, if that's constantly happening to everybody in the Dune universe, do you honestly think we're gonna be able to see a story? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, fam, you guys need to have it, not make it into a simulation of the movie, but make it to where we can have an easier experience. I get that you guys want to make a survival video game, but I'm like, fam, I'm not trying to be on some survival mindset. I'm trying to play a video game and have fun with it. Why is that too much to ask for? Why is it too much to ask for just to have some offline servers? People want to trip about that, but I'm like, I ain't hearing nobody that's all like, oh, it's gonna ruin the game. No, you guys are only saying that because you just want to run around and kill people. But it's like, because the thing, so they do have it where the game, it's like you are in a server with other people, but they're not killing you. They can't. I think that's like towards the end of the game where they can kill you and stuff. But I'm like, that needs to be its own separate thing. But me running around doing stuff, that there needs to be an offline option for that, because that's one thing where I'm like, when I'm getting ready to play that game and I'll be wanting to play it like at night and stuff, there'll be at times when I play it during the day, and it's even happened during the day, but they shut down the servers or they're shutting the game down for an update, and I'm like, fam, I paid, hold on for a second, how much is that, like the deluxe edition for this game? Because it's like $79.90. No, wait a minute, it's, no, hold on, bundle, $69.99. I think that's how they don't even let you know how much it costs. Like when you buy it, it's like they don't even have like a thing to let you know how much it costs. But I think it was $69.99. Fam, I paid $69.99 for a video game. I just want to play it. That's it. That's all that I want to do. But it's like, if the game's constantly shutting down during the day, constantly shutting down at night, when am I going to be able to play this game? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's the thing. I get that you want to make this online experience, but there's going to be at times where people don't even want to play the game online. They just want to play it by themselves. That's the funny thing is that out of my whole friend group, I have quite a few friends that are into gaming, from friends through streaming, from friends through Twitter, Instagram, from friends that I grew up with, school, all that stuff, family members. A lot of people around me that play video games. I would say I'm probably the only one out of everybody that knows me that has even went as far as watching the movie. That's like, I got some people that overall like know of the movie, but they haven't sat down and watched it. So do you think that they're going to go out of their way, buy a whole PC rig to go, because that's what they mainly want. They mainly want it to where it's like, oh, you're getting an experience like with your friends and stuff. Fam, my friends don't have what's the cheapest? I think it's like $49.99. Yeah, $49.99. Fam, my friends don't have $49.99 to just be going. I mean, if they do, they're gonna buy it on a game that they know about. So yeah, I got friends that play Fortnite, which is a free game. I got friends that play Call of Duty, where it's like partially free, but not all the way free. It's a mode in there that's free, where I see mainly people playing that. Apex Legends, another free. I see my friends playing the free games. I see them playing games that they're interested in. None of my friends are interested in Dune Awakening. So, and that's the thing where it's like now, then it's going to be left up to me wanting to, I guess join like Reddit's, Discord servers, what else? Going out on Twitter or YouTube, asking people, oh, can I play the game? They're going to be wanting to play this game at a time where I might not be available, and then I'm going to be wanting to play the game at the time where they're not available. You see the point that I'm trying to make, fam? Not everybody is going to be on the same gaming timing that you think that they're going to be out to be. It's things like that where it's like you need to ask people beforehand, before you come out with a video game, would you guys like to have an offline option? Because if so, probably going to take the game a little bit longer to come out so we can develop that. Okay, cool. I have no issues with that. I will sit down and I will patiently wait. I have no issues with waiting. All right. Nowadays with gaming, yes, at times you're going to have to wait. All right. Do you want this to be like where it's like, it's just like, or co-op servers or whatever? It's like, but my thing is this. You need to ask everybody that is playing the game, what would you like? Because you see where they comment that type of stuff. They ask for those types of things, and then it gets drowned out because you have those one gamers where for some odd reason, oh, because I get into the game, now you gotta accommodate to what I want, and I want the game to be PvP and all that stuff. And I'm like, fam, if you want to play that, you can very well play that. I'm not saying that they need to take it away and just make it to where the game is just strictly offline. But if people want to play online, which they are, they very well can do that. But you're going to have people like me, they're going to want to play the game offline. It doesn't affect you at all. It ain't going to affect your gameplay. It ain't going to affect your day-to-day life. It ain't going to affect your marriage. It ain't going to affect the relationship with your kids. You are still going to be able to play this game however you want to play it. And even if the developers want to do some stuff where they have like some NPC, like people just, make it seem like there's other players, but it's NPCs. Guess what? The developers sit down and they study these things where they know about video game development. They will add that stuff in the game. So you can still have that PvP experience. But at the end of the day, fam, there are going to be people that wants to play the game offline. So if anybody comes at me talking about, oh, that's going to run, I'm not listening to you. I'm not hearing that at all. Because my thing is this. If I want to play that game at midnight, I shouldn't have to, let me see if the servers is up. That's why I mainly want an offline mode, so I ain't got to worry about the servers being shut down midway through a game, midway through a session where it's like, okay, I want to play this game and get this stuff done. Can't do it because the servers are shut down. I'm like, fam, you have to understand that there are going to be people that are going to want to play the game at that time. And then it's like, oh, I got to wait 1.5 hours, 2 hours, however many hours. It's like, fam, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to play this game right now. So that's why I'm like, I probably would have had more hours dumped into the game. But then there's at times when the servers are shut down and I'm like, all right, well, guess I won't be playing this. Guess I'll be playing something else. I'm like, if you want more people to play your game, you need to add an offline mode. Or have it where these server things, it's happening like early hours of the morning, like 5, 6 in the morning. But it's like, it's happening at times where I'm like, okay, I know, like, because I live on the West Coast. So I guess like, yeah, times is different all over and things. But I'm like, fam, wherever you guys are at, you guys sit down and think, when is the best possible time? Midnight on the West Coast? That's where people are going to be playing video games. You open up Twitch. If you're on the West Coast and you open up Twitch, you go on YouTube, you look up a game, I guarantee and I promise you there are going to be people playing your guys' game at that time. Just test it out. Just test it out. Just say, hey, we got some event going on at midnight for West Coast time. Join the event. I guarantee and I promise you, you guys are going to see a boost in the people that's playing your guys' game. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's just at times you guys got to do stuff. So overall, just going over everything that I would like to see in the future for Dune Awakening, chill out with the sandworm punishment. Because I'm like, it shouldn't be a situation. Yeah, maybe if I lose like 20% of my stuff, 30%, or even half of my stuff. let it be that, but not all of it. I'm not trying to lose everything that I worked hard for. Done found it was some clothes where it recycles the water or something like that, and I can drink from my suit. Not gonna be able to get that, cause guess what? Gone. The ammo that I found scattered all throughout the map, gone. The it's like this like bolt action like rifle gun or whatever it was. It was like not bolt action, but it was like some like sort of rifle, gone. I'm trying to think. Material that I had found, like, yeah, they did give me material to build another sand bike, but the stuff that I already had, gone. So I'm like, fam, it's stuff like that where it's like there's going to be people that want an easy experience with the game, not hearing that skill issue crap. I'm like, as far as I made it in that game, all this stuff that I found, it's like, does anybody know how to properly escape from a sandworm? No. So that's why I'm not hearing nobody with no skill issue stuff. I'm like, you post a video, no, and I ain't talking no video game. Real life stuff. Post a real life video of you escaping from a real life sandworm. Not Dune Awakening sandworm, no, an actual sandworm. But if you don't have no videos like that, do not comment on any of my stuff talking about some skill issue crap. I am not hearing that at all. So you take that somewhere else, all right? But anyways, yeah, all I just want is an easier experience with this game. That's it. That's all that I asked for. Put me in have it where it's a server, it's like a non-punishment server where you don't lose nothing, but yeah, maybe it might be slightly harder where it's like, okay, so like half the stuff that you find the stuff that you find, it's only gonna be like half the stuff now, but at least you'll be able to progress through the story and all that. Just like have it where I have enough material to progress through the story, but I don't have like it won't be enough to where I'm like hoarding it in storage boxes and stuff. Plus there's another in the mission that I'm currently on right now, so they want me, and that's the thing that I didn't like. I'm like, why would you have it where I build this house, I build all this stuff to where now I got to abandon it and then build? That's the whole reason why I was even trying to go across this sand in the first place, because I guess I think they want me to build somewhere else, and I'm thinking to myself, fam, what's wrong with the area that I'm at now? Like, that's why I'm like, man, I'm telling you, Dune Awakening, it's like, it's a good game, but it has some problems. It really does have some problems. And I'm like, look, you guys, y'all gonna have to change up some stuff, because that's crazy to have that game set up like that. So, anyways, yeah, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.